Time is produced by John DeSando. Listen to shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Mary Yerina.
And this is It's Movie Time.
It's time for the movies.
Now, Mary, we have had a banner year or two of drama musicals, starting with Stars Born, then all up through Rocket Man and
the anthology films.
Yes, right. So we've had a really good up to yesterday.
That's true.
So now we have Wild Rose. Oh, audience, you've never heard of it? You bet you haven't. This is an indie that's hidden somewhere away, and Mary and I are about to tell you about it. So Mary, set it up.
Well, we start with a young Scottish woman being released from prison after serving, my impression was, roughly a year.
Correct.
For being, as we find out, a drug courier. And she's always had this dream of being a country singer and making it to Nashville and making it in Nashville. But she's been hemmed in by her circumstances of being lower middle class Glasgow resident, a mother who has accepted those terms in life and isn't supportive of her daughter pursuing this pipe dream. And quite frankly, you find out through very few scenes into the film that Rose Lynn has probably been her own worst enemy.
Oh my God.
With regards to her life.
How about the term self-absorbed? Would you think?
Self-absorbed, but I think also rebellious. Rebellious
Yes.
against her circumstances, rebellious against her mother not being supportive of her dreams and not wanting her to achieve her dreams.
The tough conflict for me in this, between her enormous talent and her obligations to two very fine children.
Which her mother has picked up the slack.
Right, her mother has picked up, but in the end, when she first comes back from being in jail for a year and the stone cold reception that she receives from her kids, give you an idea that even before she went there, I don't think she was that engaged with them. So it's a very, what I find a very compelling conflict in here. It sounds like it might be A Star is Born, where she is going to be born as a star, and certainly the star here, Jessie Buckley. I don't know how you feel.
She really is a star.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I was watching the film and I kept thinking, I've seen her face before.
Yes.
And it turned out that I had.
Right.
She really came on the scene in Britain by participating on one of those national competition shows.
That's right.
But she has gone on to go to acting school. She's already been in West End London productions. And she was in The Woman in White, a BBC limited series that was picked up by PBS, and played Marion Halcombe in that series, which I watched. And that's why I was like, I've seen her face. She was mesmerizing in that role, and also is just mesmerizing in this role. And that is her voice singing. There are no voiceovers. She sings all but 3 of the tracks in the film.
I saw her a couple of years ago in a film called Beast, and I was impressed, but not as much as I'm impressed with the fact that she can act and she can sing. One of the misleading things about this film, not misleading, is that there actually is a thriving country scene in Glasgow. They have their old Opry. I mean, and they show it.
And that is a real place.
Yeah.
In fact, there was an interview with Mary Steenburgen and Jessie Buckley on the Today Show about a month ago, and she talked about that place, the Grand Ole Opry, Glasgow, which used to be a mortuary, then became a cinema, and now is this church to country music in Glasgow, Scotland.
So, I mean, it's an important thing because her focus as an entertainer has always been to get to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And she did have some good experience in Glasgow till she got her ankle bracelet, which didn't allow her to go out after 7. So she's just restricted, and Mom has been terrific as far as stepping in, but always a little bit with reservation about her as a mother and then potentially as an entertainer. It's real. What I like about this is it's not at all a Hollywood clear arc for her.
I would agree, and in fact, and John will appreciate the fact that my husband actually went and saw this film
Yes,
with me,
Bob
which
was-
he rarely makes trips to
Right.
the cinema, but he loves music, and in fact, we were discussing the arc of this film. You go in thinking this is another A Star Is Born,
Right,
rags
right,
to
right.
riches,
Right.
cliche
Right.
film, but what we liked about it was that even though it stretches stretches the believability in terms of so many things and choices she makes repeatedly continue to thwart her
Yes.
in pursuing her dream, but they're within the context of her lower middle class life.
Yes.
And there's not the rags to riches resolution as you would normally think, because the
Exactly.
riches aren't, oh, she goes to Nashville,
Right.
she's discovered, she's producing albums, she's touring, and she's making millions of dollars.
Let's just say she does get to.
She does get
Just
to
get to that,
Nashville.
and we'll say no more.
And but the resolution is not what you think. And in fact, in listening to the song Glasgow, which is the culmination of the film,
Yes.
and Mary Steenburgen, who most of us know as a very fine actress,
Yes.
Academy Award winning for Melvin and Howard, she started writing songs 12 years ago and has a songwriting team, and they were asked to write this song. But
I loved it.
it's a beautiful song, and there's a line in it called "There's No Place Like
Like
Home."
home, I know.
And I thought, this film is more like The Wizard of Oz, the moral
Yes.
of The Wizard of Oz.
Of course.
And it really just brought it together beautifully. Even though you're watching this low-budget indie and set in gritty lower middle class
It is.
Glasgow, it really does have a fine resolution to it that's not typical for this
Yeah.
type of story.
And Julie Walters as her mom
Ah.
is a real revelation.
Everything I see Julie Walters in, I absolutely love.
She
And
has
I love her.
A calm
and-
strength that I love in this film.
And no nonsense, and you would expect that from her background of having accepted their station in life. But
Yep.
then along the way, she realizes that she's robbed her daughter of her spirit. And it's a beautifully done scene.
Mary, that is, to me too, that moment when Mom admits that, I don't know if we're revealing, but when she admits in trying to make her responsible, she has also stifled her hope.
Yeah.
Wow, what a terrific moment.
Oh, it's a terrific moment. And it's not, the thing that was so beautiful about both their acting and the direction they were given is it wasn't overblown. And it's
Yes.
within the context of their characters, of how you've seen them relate or not relate to each other throughout the story of this film. And it's just,
It's as it should be.
it's as it should be.
She has two
Yeah.
kids. No, she had them when she was a teen. I got it. But there are two kids, and I really like the way their relationship develops. Kind of slowly, but surely, as a mom who, in the end, really loves her kids, and the kids love the mom, but trying to come to terms with all that's going on. So I think very well done in this film. One of the things that you're going to find limiting is you're not going to get enough of Jessie Buckley singing, singing country, not country western.
Not country western, which is a point made repeatedly in the film. Don't confuse the two.
But you know what? Do you remember what she has tattooed on her?
3 chords and the truth.
Yes. Is it 2 or 3?
3.
3 chords in the truth. Isn't that beautiful about country? Now I'm kind of nowhere about country, but this makes me somewhere.
Yeah.
This really brings it to where I think its strength is, which is telling the truth,
Yes.
which country usually does.
Well, the songs are more narrative
Yeah.
usually, and they do tell that story to bring it to whatever the truth is
Yes.
for the character in this case, or the person writing the song. And Glasgow, There's No Place Like Home, is the song at the end of the film that it also accompanies the trailer if you want to hear a little snippet of it.
Oh, yes.
It's just beautiful and very powerful.
Yeah. All right, Mary Yerina. The film.
Our moment of truth.
Yes, oh, very good. Yes, we do have to apply a grade to Wild Rose. Mary, what grade would you award it?
I am going to give this an A. I think it's a gem, and it's an acting gem and a songwriting gem.
Oh, you preempted me because I'm also going to award it an A. What other grade is there for something as beautiful as this? Something that's really an antidote to all the froth that we've ever had from Hollywood about A Star Is Born. It's lovely. It's currently playing, I think.
Fingers crossed. You'll
Huh?
find it. Fingers
Right, it's
crossed
current-
that you'll find it somewhere.
But
It's worth
anyway, if you
seeking
get a
out.
chance to pick it off somewhere, streaming or whatever, it is well worth seeing, and you'll be one up on almost all of your friends.
Agreed.
Very good, Mary. Jesus Christ, we just talk.
It's good.
Oh, very good.
Thank
I
you for
enjoyed
inviting
that.
me, as always.
Oh yeah. No, I